It began with a single video, no speeches, no slogans, just two women and a moment that stopped the internet cold. Erica Kirk, widow of Charlie Kirk, stood silent beside Usha Vance, wife of Vice President J.D. Vance, and that silence spoke louder than any headline. Within hours, the clip exploded across X, YouTube, and TikTok, drawing millions into a storm of emotion and speculation. Was it grief, or a message to the world? One frame, one gesture, now rewriting everything we thought we knew about loyalty, loss, and legacy. Like, share, and subscribe, this story changes everything. The clip appeared out of nowhere, no context, no caption, just a few seconds that felt like forever. Erica Kirk, dressed in black, her eyes heavy with loss, stood beside Usha Vance, whose quiet composure carried both strength and sorrow. Cameras captured Usha gently placing her hand on Erica's shoulder, a gesture so small yet so powerful it froze timelines around the world. Within hours, millions were replaying it, dissecting every frame like it held a secret. Was it pure empathy, or a political signal? The internet split in two. Some saw heartbreak, others saw headlines. News outlets replayed it in slow motion, analysts compared it to iconic political moments, and emotional edits flooded TikTok. The silence, the tears, the unspoken understanding between two women, it became a mirror for a nation craving authenticity in an age of noise. Overnight, the private moment transformed into a public storm. And as the internet demanded answers, few realized this wasn't a random encounter, it was a glimpse into a deeper story already years in the making, hidden behind the polished walls of influence where both women quietly held far more power than anyone ever imagined. Long before that viral moment gripped the world, Erica Kirk and Usha Vance were already bound by a quiet thread of power, loyalty, and shared purpose. Erica, the emotional heartbeat of Turning Point USA, was known for her fire, charm, and resilience beside Charlie Kirk. Usha, brilliant and composed, was the strategist behind her husband's meteoric political rise, a silent force in rooms where every word carried consequence. Their friendship didn't begin in tragedy, it began in strategy. Private meetings, campaign dinners, long calls between events, they connected through faith, family, and the heavy reality of standing beside men who carried entire movements. In political circles, they were respected but underestimated, two women who could calm storms without ever raising their voices. When fate struck and grief shattered Erica's world, it was Usha who stepped quietly forward, not as a politician's wife, but as a friend who understood that the burden of public life often hides private pain. That viral clip wasn't staged, it was the echo of years spent navigating a system that demands perfection while punishing emotion. What millions saw as a fleeting gesture was, in truth, the visible spark of an invisible alliance that was about to redefine everything. When Charlie Kirk's passing sent shockwaves through the movement, the world watched Erica crumble under the weight of loss. Flashbulbs burst, microphones hovered, and yet, in the chaos, one figure moved with quiet intention, Usha Vance. She didn't speak for cameras, didn't posture for sympathy, she simply walked to Erica's side and stayed. Their image, two women cloaked in black, one trembling, one steady, became immortal. That scene wasn't political theater, it was human truth unfolding under relentless scrutiny. As Erica's tears fell, Usha's calm presence became her anchor, her silence offering a strength that words could never provide. For the first time, the public saw rare tenderness within the brutal machinery of politics, a bond unshaken by power or perception. Behind that simple gesture of support was an unspoken understanding between two women who had carried their husbands' empires and their own private burdens. Their unity, born in tragedy, radiated something beyond grief. It symbolized endurance, faith, and female resilience in a world that rarely allows either. And as the cameras rolled, what began as mourning quietly transformed into the foundation of something larger, an alliance not of circumstance, but of conviction. As the clip circled the globe, opinions collided like thunder. To some, it was the purest display of compassion, a widow comforted by a friend, proof that humanity still existed in politics. To others, it was too perfect, too polished, a carefully crafted image designed to soften power's edges. Commentators called it grief as branding, while supporters called it grace in motion. Hashtags flooded timelines, think pieces filled columns, and analysts dissected every pause, every glance, every subtle gesture. Yet amid all the noise, both women remained silent, no statements, no clarifications, just calm amidst the storm. The internet's obsession grew fiercer by the hour, turning empathy into spectacle. The silence of Erica and Usha became its own kind of message, inviting the world to interpret what they could never truly know. But beneath the frenzy, something real was forming. Their shared moment of vulnerability was not a publicity stunt, it was the spark of a quiet, unspoken alliance. Behind closed doors, where no camera reached, these two women began to find purpose within pain. What the world mistook for image was, in truth, the birth of intention, a partnership that would soon step from sympathy into strategy. Away from the media storm, Erica Kirk and Usha Vance began meeting privately, no cameras, no staff, no stage lights. What started as emotional support evolved into something far more profound. Usha, the disciplined strategist, offered guidance as Erica navigated the uncertain future of Turning Point USA after Charlie's death. Erica, raw yet resolute, brought the emotion and authenticity that Usha admired. Together, they became a quiet force, one defined not by speeches, but by stillness and shared understanding. In late-night calls and private meetings, they shaped a new vision for conservative women: leadership without aggression, influence without spectacle. Their bond transcended sympathy, it became strategy. Usha's wisdom tempered Erica's fire, and Erica's passion rekindled Usha's purpose. Slowly, their collaboration started echoing beyond personal friendship, it was shaping messaging, tone, and unity across their circles. The viral video had revealed them to the world, but behind that glare, it also gave them a mission: to prove that grace could coexist with power. Neither planned it, neither sought it, yet destiny had quietly woven them into a single narrative. And as whispers grew about their newfound connection, both women prepared for transformation, one that would redefine their roles and reputations forever. Weeks after the storm began, a remarkable shift unfolded. Erica Kirk, once known for quiet devotion to her husband's legacy, began stepping forward with renewed authority. Her words grew sharper, her presence more commanding. Under Usha Vance's mentorship, Erica learned the art of controlled strength, speaking with conviction but never chaos. At events, her speeches carried an emotional current that captivated audiences. She wasn't imitating Charlie, she was evolving beyond him. Usha stood discreetly in the background, offering advice, refining tone, and ensuring that empathy remained Erica's signature. What grief had broken, resilience was rebuilding. Together, they crafted a message of renewal: that tragedy doesn't end stories, it rewrites them. Their partnership became a symbol of balance between intellect and emotion, faith and strategy. Soon, Turning Point supporters began calling Erica the new voice of grace. Even critics noted the shift: a movement once defined by fiery confrontation was now led by compassion with backbone. The viral clip that once symbolized loss now symbolized rebirth. Through Usha's quiet influence and Erica's fearless adaptation, pain had become purpose. And as their momentum grew, both women realized they had crossed a threshold, from surviving history to shaping it. Just as the world began embracing Erica Kirk's transformation, another storm erupted, this time, from within. A private video, filmed weeks earlier, suddenly leaked online. It showed Erica and Usha Vance in a raw, emotional conversation, discussing loss, legacy, and the quiet cost of standing beside powerful men. The clip wasn't polished or political, it was painfully real. Tears, pauses, whispers, it revealed vulnerability that few public figures ever show. But the internet twisted it instantly. Some claimed it was staged for sympathy, others hailed it as proof of authenticity. The same silence that once united them now fueled speculation. Headlines screamed, "Usha coaches Erica," and "manipulation or mentorship." Within hours, the clip dominated global feeds again. Both women faced mounting scrutiny, accused of weaponizing emotion for influence. Yet privately, they remained calm. They knew truth doesn't need defense, it simply endures. What the world saw as scandal, they saw as opportunity, a chance to speak for themselves, not through others' interpretations. And as the noise reached its peak, both prepared to do the one thing neither had done since the first viral moment: break their silence, not in damage control, but in dignity. When Erica Kirk and Usha Vance finally stepped before cameras, the atmosphere was electric. No teleprompters, no advisors, just honesty. Erica began softly, her voice trembling yet resolute: "The world saw our pain, but not our purpose." She thanked Usha for her strength, calling her the calm that steadied the storm. Usha, in turn, spoke with quiet conviction: "Some moments aren't meant for politics. They're meant for people." The hall fell silent. Reporters who came expecting defense found grace instead. There were no accusations, no rehearsed lines, only truth delivered with elegance. Every sentence carried weight, every glance between them radiated solidarity. It wasn't about damage control, it was about reclaiming narrative. Their composure disarmed critics, their sincerity silenced skeptics. Within minutes, clips of their joint statement flooded social media, hailed as one of the most powerful displays of female unity in modern politics. For the first time, their silence had turned into speech, and that speech had turned into power. They hadn't just responded to controversy, they had rewritten the emotional language of leadership itself. And as applause rose, one thing became clear: this was no longer about survival, it was about setting a new standard for strength. Within hours, their joint appearance dominated global feeds. Hashtags like #UshaVance, #ErikaKirk, and #BreakingSilence surged across every platform. Commentators called it a masterclass in grace, while viewers flooded timelines with admiration. Even critics admitted the moment felt genuine, two women reclaiming dignity in a digital world obsessed with drama. Memes turned into tributes, and political lines blurred under shared respect. The viral narrative that began in chaos now closed in clarity. Their calm dismantled cynicism, proving emotion could coexist with influence. The internet, once divided, finally agreed on one truth: authenticity still conquers everything.